There was another event in the fall. I enjoyed taking a navigation training flight to New England in October when the leaves were at their full color, and flying across the Berkshires and then staying overnight at Westover Air Force Base. And my parents lived nearby, so I spent the night with them. And this was October of 1962. So the following day, which was Sunday, we took off from Westover, flew over to New York State to refuel at an air base at the time, not far from West Point, where we refueled and then we could make it non-stop back to Washington. So I refueled, took off, and about 5 minutes after takeoff, the tower called me to come back. At the Air Force Command Post had a mission for me, a Code 2 mission, which is a very, very high-ranking number. So we landed, and I was briefed by the airdrome officer that I was to go north of the base to Kingston, New York, to a small dirt strip, and pick up Adlai Stevenson, who at the time was the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, and to take him to what was Idlewild Airport at the time, now JFK, to meet President Kennedy in Air Force One, and to be there by 3 o'clock, which was a push because, well, the helicopter didn't travel very fast, and we were getting very close on time. But anyway, at full speed, as fast as we could go, we got to Idlewild Airport at the time, landed by Air Force One, dropped him off. What I didn't mention was that my mother had asked me if we could use a clothes dryer and a few other items. Well, I said, of course. So we loaded those in the back of the helicopter. And when I got the order to go pick Adlai Stevenson up, I said, this isn't a good day for me. Because we're going to load him back there with a clothes dryer and the other stuff that I had, which we did. He didn't complain.
You didn't say anything?
Didn't say anything. We met the president in Air Force One, and then we went on to Washington. The interesting thing about all of this was, right after that, it was the Cuban Missile Crisis. So the assumption was that President Kennedy was briefing Adlai Stevenson on what was developing. So we were part of history.